KOFO Radio, 103.7 FM and 1220 AM welcomes you to the Santa Claus Show. Brought to you by title sponsor Kansas State Bank and in part by the following sponsors: DIY, Bob Allen Ford, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Morningstar Care Homes, Pizza Time, Sears Hometown Store, Layton Real Estate, Liberty Pawn and Gold, High Tech Relief Center, and El Sol Mexican Restaurant. Now, here's your host, Derek Chappell.
Well, good evening, boys and girls, moms and dads, grandparents, everybody. Welcome to the Santa Claus Show and happy holidays from all of us here at KOFO. I am Derek Chappell, your host for tonight's show, which means another visit with the jolly old elf himself, St. Nicholas, Santa Claus, Kris Kringle, St. Nick, whatever you want to call him. We'll have him on the phone here shortly from North Pole Control, where he's got to be very busy preparing for the big night, Christmas Eve. It's only 11 days away after today, so if you haven't started your shopping, like I haven't, you might want to start thinking about that. Santa's going to read some more of our letters tonight, of course, that he's received from the good girls and boys in the KOFO listening area who've dropped them off at our sponsor locations, our North Pole Express mailbox locations, and I'll tell you more about where those are in just a minute. So if your son or daughter, grandchild, niece, nephew, if they put their letter in one of the mailboxes, we hope you've got them gathered around the radio tonight, or maybe the computer, maybe listening in the cars, you're on the road somewhere. Any way you want to do it, we don't want the kids to miss hearing Santa read their list, so we hope you're gathered around and ready to roll. Now, if you haven't had the chance to get their letter delivered to one of our locations yet, you can always call in tonight, because once we have Santa on the phone, as you heard in some of our past Santa Claus shows, he loves to talk to the kids as well as read those letters. And it can be any kid, young or old, doesn't matter to me. We've had all ages call in, because as we've said before, the Christmas spirit has no age limit, so feel free to call tonight, the number 242-1220. You can hear the Santa Claus Show on 103.7 FM or 1220 AM. As I mentioned, you can hear us online on our KOFO Radio YouTube page, or if you have an Android phone, just download the Next Radio app, follow the directions, and you can hear us right there via phone. So however you want to do it tonight, we're just glad to have you with us. Now, if you would like to drop those letters off, we still have time, because we still have Santa Claus shows tonight. We'll have another one tomorrow night, and then we have two next week, I believe on Thursday and Friday, as the holiday weekend draws near. So if you want to drop those letters off, feel free. Have your good girl and boy in the area. Just it can be on a piece of notebook paper. It can be on a sticky note. It can be on they can draw pictures, whatever they want to do. And then you, mom and dad, will run that to one of these locations. Our title sponsor location for the Santa Claus Show on KOFO is Kansas State Bank. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that later, because Friday, I'll be out at Kansas State Bank, and Brad will be out at Kansas State Bank in the afternoon, and we're going to be joined by Santa Claus himself. So you get a chance to bring your child out to see Santa Claus at Kansas State Bank this Friday. So we'll talk more about that as the night goes on. So you can drop off your letter at Kansas State Bank. You can also go to Bob Allen Ford in South Ottawa, Morningstar Care Homes in Ottawa and Baldwin City, Ottawa Recreation Commission over at 15th and Ash, DIY Supply in South Ottawa. If you're downtown, stop by Pizza Time or Sears, either one of those two locations. You can also go to High Tech Relief Center or El Sol Mexican Restaurant. They've got the North Pole Express mailboxes there as well. If you're in Wellsville, go see Barbara at Layton Real Estate. She'll take care of you and get that letter. Of course, all of our locations are certified elf helpers, so they know how to put that in the mailbox, and it goes right to Santa. Our final location, of course, Liberty Pawn and Gold. Go see Gary down there. They're at 1st and Main in Ottawa. So plenty of locations for you to stop by and drop those letters off. We love to have those, get those to Santa Claus and have him read them here on the Santa Claus Show on KOFO. Now, in addition to talking with Santa tonight, we invite you to call in and we'll talk some more Christmas traditions, as we've done over the last few shows, and I've really enjoyed doing that and talking with some of the fine folks about their Christmas traditions. Some that have been mentioned, the luminaries out at Rockwood Acres, and that one goes back many, many years, because I remember driving through there, actually my parents driving through when I was in the back seat, my brother and I, and always a favorite, and so many people have been through Rockwood to see the luminaries over the years. So a great Christmas tradition that might spark some memories for you and your family to talk about. I shared one of my favorites the other night about singing Christmas carols in grade school over at Garfield School. We'd get the whole school gathered around in the front hallway, and Mr. Hoagland, our principal, would lead us in song after song after song, and it was just a lot of fun and a great memory there. So we'd like to know more about your traditions and what you remember and what things you maybe continue with your family for the holidays. That's what it's about. It's the Santa Claus Show, and it's time to talk about Christmas and the holiday and traditions and all kinds of things. So we're going to do more of that tonight. Give us a call. We'd like to know maybe what's on your tree. We've talked about that. Star on top, angel on top, other thing on top, whatever it may be. I'm sure there's some bizarre tree toppers out there, so share those with us as well. You got a favorite Christmas cookie? Tell us what it is, or other kind of Christmas treats that mean a lot to you. Lights on your tree or your house. Do you use colored lights? Do you use white lights? Do they blink? Do they stay on? I mean, these are all kinds of Christmas things that are fun to talk about and get some things rolling. Maybe your favorite Christmas song or TV show. So anything you want to talk about tonight, it is the Santa Claus Show on KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM. So we welcome you. We are enjoying the season. We're glad you're here to share a little Santa magic with us tonight. And so speaking of Santa, what do you say? See if he's available at the mighty North Pole. We've got North Pole Control up there. We've got a special line so we can get a hold of Santa. And I know he's very busy, and I know it's, it's an honor for us to actually have the time, or his time, if you will. Let me pick up the phone here and see if I can get him on the line. It's a pleasure, of course, for us to get to talk to him. And it's a pleasure for me to get to dial and see if he's there and get to talk to him every time. So let's see here if we can get Santa on the line. This is so much fun. Never thought growing up I'd...
North Pole Telephone and Telegraph, how may I direct your call?
Hey, it's Derek at KOFO, and we're having a Santa Claus show again. Could you connect me to Santa Claus, please?
One moment, please.
They're always so nice to do this. Let's see if we can get Santa on the phone. He's got to be extremely busy right now. I'm sure getting ready for all kinds of holidays and things with everything.
Dashing through the snow in a one. I love that song.
Hello?
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Santa?
And Santa's here.
Santa, it's Derek.
Derek, have you been a good boy this week?
I have been. I guess. You would know better than I.
Yes, I would.
You know what? We'll check that list later, Santa, and you can tell me. How about that?
Yes, I will.
I hope I'm on it. Santa, welcome. We're glad to have you here. I want to call you Chris Kringle. I want to call you St. Nick. I want to call you Santa Claus. I just like calling you.
Ho Ho Gijo, Joan Noel. Lots of names.
Just love to have you here, Santa, from the North Pole. And thank you again for your time. You know what, Santa, we are only, I got to tell you this, we're only 11 days away till your big day on Christmas Eve as you get ready to go. So tonight I want to talk to you about preparations. So just kind of give me an overview, if you will, right now, a little bit about what's going on at the North Pole right now.
Well, we're getting into the last bit of the construction as far as building the toys and the like. The ID department is just going crazy, trying to get caught up. There's so many toys they're trying to get made. There's a lot of electronics these days. Coming up here shortly, we will have our own Christmas festivities. We have parades and the like before we take off for Christmas Eve, and we can talk about that a little bit later. But right now we are incredibly busy. We're checking lists, and they are a long list. A lot of good kids. And we're checking the naughty list as well, and it actually is getting smaller. It is getting smaller.
And that's what you like to see, isn't it?
It is. It is. Some kids this time of year do extra chores around the house. They help their brothers and sisters. They do their homework, which is very important. There are many more ways they can be nice and get off the naughty list. It makes my heart feel good to full of Christmas spirit when I see a very full, nice list and a very empty naughty list.
Well, and again, I think we've talked about this on other shows, Santa, is that by the time you head out in that sleigh on Christmas Eve, you hope that naughty list is completely empty. That's the way it should be. That's what it's all about, right? Yep. Hey, I saw something, I was reading something today that I saw that your workshop up there where your elves make the toys, and correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously I've never been to the North Pole, is 4 million square feet. That is a huge structure.
Yes.
I can't even fathom how big that is.
It's you could park a few 747s in that building. Yes,
4 million square feet. But again, think of all the kids and all the toys and all the things you need. Yep. But I can't even imagine 4 million square feet. That's got just a huge structure and quite the storage facility at the same time. So I'm picturing the hustle and bustle. I'm picturing all the elves doing their thing, and it just looks like a great time in my mind. So I'm sure you guys are having fun up there.
It is. I can't describe the joy that we have in being able to give the way we do.
Well, I wish a lot of that joy would spread this way. And I know in our listening area, the boys and girls who have submitted their letters to you at the North Pole Express mailboxes at our sponsor locations, just from the ones we've read so far on our Santa Claus shows, the joy is definitely there.
It is.
Amongst the kids. And I love the letters that ask you how you're doing.
Yep.
or hey Santa, how are you? It's not just all about me, and I love to hear that when the kids ask how Santa is, or gee Santa, we love you, those kind of things, and everybody does. I mean, you're the gift giver, you're the bringer of joy, and it's just a great time to have you here.
I've got two special letters, one from Brody and one from Carlos that I'm really looking forward to reading
Awesome.
tonight.
So you got some more letters. That's
Yep,
good.
sure
We'll be
do.
glad to. So we got Brody and Carlos. Any other names you want to share ahead of time, maybe so they know their letter might be coming up a little bit?
Let me look at my list here real quick. Let's see. Bailey.
Okay.
Bailey is on here. And let's see, who else here? Grayson. Grayson's got a good letter.
Okay.
And Beanie. No, not Beanie. I'm sorry. Looking at the wrong name. Madison. I'm sorry, Madison.
Okay, so we got some great names and we got some great letters, I'm sure. And you get any more artwork out of some of those tonight? I know you've said
Yes.
some have drawn pictures for you and things like that.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, another thing I've talked about, Santa, before I got you on the phone, we talked about traditions and things like that, that I want some of the parents, maybe grandparents who may be listening, to call in tonight to talk about their Christmas traditions or things they really remember or enjoy. And I know that all over the world, people have different traditions and how they celebrate. Can you tell us anything that you see as you travel? Because, you know, we're right here. We're in East Central Kansas. We know our traditions,
Yep.
but it's a big world. Is there anything out there you can tell us that other people may do or interesting things?
One of them that's a lot of fun is called the Giant Lantern Festival, and it's in the Philippines.
The Giant Lantern Festival?
Lantern. They make
Okay.
lanterns. It's Saturday before Christmas Eve in the city of San Fernando. And San Fernando is the Christmas capital of the Philippines. The festival attracts spectators from all over the country and across the globe. And 11 villages take part in the festival, and competition is fierce as each one pitches to try to build the most elaborate lantern. Originally, the lanterns were small. They were simple creations with about 2 feet in diameter, and they were made out of Japanese origami paper and lit with candles. Today, the lanterns are a variety of materials and are grown around 30 feet now. And they're illuminated with electric light bulbs that sparkle like a kaleidoscope. It's
Well,
pretty
that
cool.
sounds quite interesting. A great tradition I wouldn't have any clue about. So thank you for sharing that. I know you see so much as you travel the globe, and maybe we can ask you about some more of those traditions you see all over the world tonight as we continue with the Santa Claus show.
Yeah, we got one that's a giant goat.
A giant goat. Really?
Yes.
There's a tradition of a giant goat?
Giant goat.
Will you share that with us later?
Later.
Awesome. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take our first break of the night, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to have Santa share some letters with us and some phone calls as well. 242-1220, that is our phone number. Feel free to call, have your child on the phone. If you want to talk to Santa, ages 7 to 77, we don't care. We'll talk to Santa at any age, because why? It's a jolly, merry time of year. So,
Oh, yes, it is.
take a
Thank
quick
you.
break. We'll be back with more of the Santa Claus Show on KOFO.
Merry Christmas.
Here's your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast.
If you can't make it into the Gun Guys to get your holiday shopping done, do it online. Click the online shop button at thegunguys.net and get free shipping on in-store pickup. The Gun Guys, 412 South Main, downtown Ottawa, and thegunguys.net.
Your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast from the Bob Allen Ford Weather Center. Tonight, partly clear skies, a low of 27. Tomorrow, overcast and a high of 41. Tomorrow night, overcast and a low of 26. And on Friday, sunny skies and a high of 46. Friday night, clear and 31, and then the weekend hits. Saturday, sunny and a high of 56, and then things drop off from there. Saturday night, a 40% chance of showers before 1 on Sunday morning. Then a slight chance of snow. Overcast on Saturday night and a low of 31. Sunday, a 20% chance of showers and snow before 9 in the morning. Then a slight chance of showers between 9 and noon. Partly sunny skies on Sunday and a high of 47. So it looks like a little bit of a wintry mix maybe headed our way. That's a look at your Weather Center forecast from the Bob Allen Ford Weather Center at KOFO.
Some of the luckiest people in America live right here in eastern Kansas. That's because we have something few others do. A local bank that's not part of a large conglomerate. Kansas State Bank. For 100 years, Kansas State Bank has remained your local bank. With bankers and tellers you're just as likely to see at church as at the bank. People you know, people who know you. When Glenn H. Hill started this bank 100 years ago, he was intent on creating a bank by Kansans for Kansans. And it's still that way today. It's truly our bank. Member FDIC.
Like Liberty Pawn and Gold is the best place to get the whole gang Christmas presents. Oh yeah? Really run and roll? Zoinks! I got the gang shotguns, PlayStations, and diamond necklaces. And Ruby Rack? Sorry, old pal. They have everything but your snacks. Come on, let's have the Liberty Pawn and Gold at First and Main in Ottawa, and I'll get you something. Ready to roll. Ruby, Ruby, Roo. Like, slow down, old pal.
Pizza. The bald-headed, yellow-skinned guy behind me has just discovered pizza time. Cheese bread, buffalo wings. You'll be drooling, too, with every bite of everything on the menu. Know what makes pizza time the best? Dough. That's right. Fresh-made dough gives pizza time pizza its wonderfully delicious flavor. Beer. Wonderful, glorious beer. Got that, too. And with football season here, there's no better place to watch a game or go after you've played one. Pizza. Beer. Close. It's pizza time. 208 South Main in Ottawa, 785-242-TIME.
Hey, this is Jake.
And this is Shelton.
From High Tech Relief Center.
We provide managed IT services to...
Whoa. It's IT.
Oh, man.
Well, just hit Control-Alt-Delete and start again.
We provide managed IT services to Ottawa and the surrounding area.
So if you need help with your wireless network, website, security cameras, or just have general computer issues,
give High Tech Relief Center a call at 785-229-0541.
HTRCKC.com. Find us on Facebook at High Tech Relief.
The holidays are a season of giving, but for some, it's not that easy. Circumstances can bring an unhappy holiday to many as they struggle to get by during a time of joy and fun for so many others.
If you're in need this holiday season, KOFO, Wise Guys Construction, and Advantage Electric want to extend a hand.
And we invite our advertisers and our KOFO listening family to do the same.
And be a happy holiday helper. Here's how.
If you need a helping hand, tell us your story. Send an email to KOFO@KOFO.com. Send a private message on our KOFO Facebook page, or drop off a letter at our station at 320 East Radio Road.
And tell us what you need help with this holiday season.
We'll accept your message through Friday, December the 15th.
Then, starting Monday, December 18th through Wednesday, December 20th, we'll choose one message to share during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
And ask our KOFO listening family to call in with donations of money or services.
Be listening on December 18th, and thank you for your spirit of giving as a happy holiday helper with KOFO.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas, everyone.
And that would be Santa Claus. And I would be Derek Chappell, your host tonight on the Santa Claus Show. We're glad to have you here tonight on a midweek edition, if you will. And Santa's at the North Pole and got some letters from some fine girls and boys in our listening area that we want to share tonight with you and have them gather around to hear those. So again, 242-1220 is the phone number here at the Bob Allen Ford Studios where I'm at. Santa Claus is in the North Pole, and he's got some letters lined up that we want to read in this segment of the Santa Claus Show. So Santa, why don't you go ahead and dive into some of those that you've received.
This one here is from Brady. Brady writes, Dear Santa, I have news. My pal Carlos is having a baby sister. That is a Christmas present.
Well, Merry Christmas there, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. He is so happy. I have been a good boy this year. I get chocolate every year at Christmas. It's so good and sweet.
That is not a bad thing.
That is a wonderful thing. I like chocolate.
I would love to be sure I get chocolate every Christmas. That would be great with me.
I hope you get me presents this year. This is from Brody. Thank you, Brody.
Well, thank you, Brody, for writing in and for dropping your letter off at the North Pole Express mailbox, courtesy of KOF and our sponsors. We appreciate that. So, Brody, and to Carlos's family, congratulations.
Yes.
What a Christmas present that will be, a new baby in the household.
And I do have Carlos's letter here in front of me. And Carlos says, Dear Santa Claus, I would like a brand new game box robot. Love, Carlos.
Well, Carlos, congratulations on the holiday, and of course Santa's got your list, and I can't even imagine. Thank you for writing in, Carlos. I can't imagine the list that you have, the toy list, and you've got checks and balances, and elves checking this and elves checking that, and so as you get closer to Christmas Eve before you guys take off, I assume you look at the list, but you've got elf helpers who do the same to be sure it's all checked off.
There are so many lists on so many kids on these lists, and yes, we need to have help, and I have specially trained elves that help me out with this stuff. We have since the internet and the electronic age, we've had a communication system put in that has been really neat. Used to, I don't know if you remember the old voice tubes where you would flip a little lid and you'd yell in this piece of brass pipe and it would travel down, and sometimes it was kind of hard to hear.
A little different nowadays.
Yes, it is. Now
is it not?
We turn on the switch, we grab the microphone, and we say, hey,
bring me one of those. Bring me 2 of those. Bring me 6 of those.
Yep.
I assume that's how it goes at the North Pole.
It is. And we have people now because the lists keep getting bigger and bigger. We have people that are trained in supply and demand and in keeping things supplied. We have to have the raw material to make the toys.
I can't even imagine, but I expect it's a lot of fun, and I know just the hustle and bustle, the elves have to be having a great time, and everybody's got a role, everybody's got a job, and everybody fulfills that at the North Pole, and your job is, of course, to oversee it all and to get ready and just to be holly and jolly, and it's just a great time of year, and what I love is seeing pictures of you everywhere with the big smile on your face, no matter what's going on at the North Pole, no matter how close it gets. The smile is always there, and that's what the kids love to see.
One of the things we do, and I think it is something that everyone should keep in mind, is that you have to stop for a moment and realize the reason for the season and enjoy what's around you. As they used to say, stop and smell the roses. Of course, we stop and smell the hot chocolate and the chocolate chip cookies.
Speaking of which, I'm going to make some here in a little bit, because every time we do the Santa Claus show, it makes me want to drink hot chocolate. But you're right. You know what? That's one thing. Let's do this. Let's take phone calls now. 242-1220. Of course, we want the kids to call in and talk to Santa Claus.
Please.
But anybody else that wants to call, how about this? Let's talk about holiday smells. Okay?
Ooh,
holiday smells, traditions, and things that smells. I can think of a few right now, but I'm going to save mine because I don't want to waste it if we're going to have calls based on those smells. So let's go with holiday tradition smells this segment, 242-1220. We'll talk about those and any other traditions you want. We'll do that as well, and we'll take more calls from the kids, and we'll do that more after this. You're listening to the Santa Claus Show on KOFO.
Like Liberty Pawn and Gold is the best place to get the whole gang Christmas presents. Oh, yeah? Ready, run, and roll? Zoinks! I got the gang shotguns, PlayStations, and diamond necklaces. And Ruby Racks? Sorry, old pal. They have everything but your snacks. Come on, let's head to Liberty Pawn and Gold at 1st and Main in Ottawa, and I'll get you something. Ready, roll. Ruby, Ruby, Roo. Like, slow down, old pal.
It's a choice many of us will be faced with. What to do when a parent, a spouse, or another loved one can no longer take care of themselves. There is an answer. Morningstar Care Homes. With real homes in residential neighborhoods, Morningstar Care Homes provides professional, individualized care for seniors dealing with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or other memory-related issues. Previously known as Comfort Care Homes, Morningstar will provide the same compassionate, home-style care you've come to know and expect. Call 785-594-2603 or visit online at morningstarcarehomes.com.
Pizza. The bald-headed, yellow-skinned guy behind me has just discovered pizza time.
Cheese bread, buffalo wings.
You'll be drooling, too, with every bite of everything on the menu. Know what makes pizza time the best?
Dough!
That's right. Fresh-made dough gives pizza time pizza its wonderfully delicious flavor.
Beer. Wonderful, glorious beer.
Got that, too. And with football season here, there's no better place to watch a game or go after you've played one.
Pizza. Beer.
Close. It's pizza time. 208 South Main in Ottawa, 785-242-TIME.
Our goal at Layton Real Estate is not to be the biggest real estate firm. Our goal is to be the best for you. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a move-up buyer, an investor, or maybe downsizing, you'll want Layton Real Estate's experience and knowledge with you every step of the way. Your satisfaction is our top priority. Layton Real Estate, serving families in eastern central Kansas for the last 50 years. Call 785-883-2379. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or visit LaytonRE.com. Chad Bruner, Director of the Ottawa Recreation Commission.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission would like to thank all of our volunteers for their service and helping with the ORC. These individuals play an important role in everything we do here. The time and effort the volunteers put in help us achieve our goals. From all the ORC staff and board members, the ORC would like to recognize and say thank you to all the volunteers, both past and present, for their service. Thank you.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission, bringing recreation to life.
Hi, this is Bob Redeker, owner of Ponchos in downtown Ottawa. As you heard first here on KOFO, Ponchos is closing its doors on December 22nd so that we can return as Leon's in 2018. Until then, you can still enjoy all your favorites on the Ponchos menu. We want to thank you for your years of support, and we look forward to seeing you before our doors close in December and again when we reopen as Leon's in 2018. You can still dine in or carry out. Ponchos, serving you since 1982 at 429 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
Hey, this is Jake.
And this is Shelton.
From High Tech Relief Center.
We provide managed IT services to...
Whoa. It's IT.
Oh, man.
Well, just hit Control-Alt-Delete and start again.
We provide managed IT services to Ottawa and the surrounding area.
So if you need help with your wireless network, website, security cameras, or just have general computer issues,
give High Tech Relief Center a call at 785-229-0541.
HTRCKC.com. Find us on Facebook at High Tech Relief.
The holidays are a season of giving, but for some, it's not that easy. Circumstances can bring an unhappy holiday to many as they struggle to get by during a time of joy and fun for so many others.
If you're in need this holiday season, KOFO, Wise Guys Construction, and Advantage Electric want to extend a hand.
And we invite our advertisers and our KOFO listening family to do the same.
And be a happy holiday helper. Here's how.
If you need a helping hand, tell us your story. Send an email to KOFO@KOFO.com. Send a private message on our KOFO Facebook page, or drop off a letter at our station at 320 East Radio Road.
And tell us what you need help with this holiday season.
We'll accept your message through Friday, December the 15th.
Then, starting Monday, December 18th through Wednesday, December 20th, we'll choose one message to share during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
And ask our KOFO listening family to call in with donations of money or services.
Be listening on December 18th, and thank you for your spirit of giving as a happy holiday helper with KOFO.
Welcome back to the Santa Claus Show on KOFO. Pizza time is 6:32 on this Wednesday evening. Derek Chappell, glad to be with you. Glad to have you along again for another edition of the Santa Claus Show. Santa, of course, on the North Pole.
Thank you for tuning in. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you, Santa. And Santa, of course, is on the phone with us from North Pole Control, if you will, outside the workshop where the elves are getting after it and getting things busy, and the reindeer are being fed, and everybody's getting all beefed up, and I'm sure Santa is too. And we're going to talk, like we said a minute ago, about smells for the holidays, and I've got a few ideas on that. But just to be sure, the main gist of the Santa Claus Show, if you're just joining us for the first time, though, is we want the good girls and boys in our listening area to write their letters to Santa Claus, and we get them to him via the North Pole Express mailboxes that are at our sponsor locations. And what happens is, once that letter goes in that North Pole Express mailbox, it goes like that right to Santa at the North Pole. So if your child, grandchild, niece, nephew would like to write a letter to Santa and then hear Santa read it on the air, that's what we're doing on the Santa Claus Show. We're doing it again tonight. We will do it again tomorrow night, and then we'll have two more next week before the weekend hits, and then, of course, Christmas Eve, which is right around the corner. If you want to know where to drop those off, let me tell you real quick. Our title sponsor for the Santa Claus Show is Kansas State Bank. Bob Hallen Ford in South Ottawa is another location. Morningstar Care Homes, they have locations in Ottawa and in Baldwin City. The Ottawa Recreation Commission at 15th and Ash in Ottawa. DIY Supply on the south end of town. Pizza Time and Sears downtown. Leighton Real Estate in Wellsville. High Tech Relief Center in downtown, also El Sol Mexican Restaurant, and Liberty Pawn and Gold at First and Main in Ottawa. So those are your locations. You'll find the North Pole Express mailboxes there. They've got the KOFO logo and an awesome little picture of Santa Claus there and some reindeer, and you can put those letters right inside, and zip, they go right to the North Pole. It's all magic. I don't know how it works. Santa Claus does, because he's all about the magic. So get those letters in, and again, we'll read them on the air, and we've got a couple more here to do in this segment from some good kids that have written in and written to Santa Claus. Before the break, Santa, I talked about traditions on holiday smells. You know, we've talked about food, we've talked about trees, but holiday smells, and I'm sure for you, one of your holiday smells is probably the elves, but we won't get into that. But one of the things I was thinking of with holiday smells is evergreen.
Yes.
Now some people are allergic to it. I used to know a lady who, if she got within 50 feet of evergreen, it would just boom, the allergies kick right in.
Wow.
But I love the fresh evergreen smell. I assume at the North Pole you've got that everywhere, abundantly.
Yes.
And that to me is just that. When I smell that, that's just Christmas.
It is. Other smells that I like as far as Christmas is orange and clove and cinnamon in that combination.
Oh yeah.
I hesitate to say smoking because it's not really smoking, but I have a pipe.
Well, Santa's got a pipe. I've seen that in the pictures.
And it tastes like orange and clove and cinnamon. It is.
And I assume Mrs. Claus has a big pot of that on the stove all the time, so it's just permeating the entire workshop and the home there at the North Pole.
And it's just wonderful.
What a great smell that is. I love that smell. So you've got that.
It makes me hungry, and I eat more cookies.
Well, and that's a whole other smell, cookies baking.
Yep.
That is a holiday smell if there ever was one.
Cookies and fresh bread.
Oh, that's a good one, too. If you've got a tradition or a smell you like for the holidays, for Christmas, give us a call. We'll talk about it. 242-1220. That is our phone number here at the Bob Allen Ford Studios, where I am at. Santa Claus, of course, at the North Pole doing his thing.
Yes.
Santa, why don't we, you got a couple other letters from some kids that have written in here.
Yes, I do.
To our North Pole Express mailboxes. So if you would be so kind as to share those letters with us, and hopefully those youngsters are listening right now on KOFO.
Well, I have a letter here from Grayson. Grayson is such a good little boy. Dear Santa Claus, I want a Ready Bus. It's an electronic dictionary. I want a coloring set, and I want a video game.
A learning toy. I like that.
Yeah, it is. It's a learning toy.
That's cool.
And we make lots of those. They're so good.
Well, it's a double good.
It is.
For the kids, because they get to learn and it's a toy at the same time, and they can have fun learning. And the best part is if it comes from Santa Claus, then it's even better.
Yes.
Even better. So, well, thank you, Grayson, for writing in and dropping your letter off in our North Pole Express mailbox. Anybody else, Santa?
And let's see. Here is Bailey. Bailey says, "Dear Santa, am I on the nice list?" Well, let me check here. Let me go through the list here. Yep. There's Bailey. Bailey, yes, you are on the nice list.
Way to go, Bailey. You made the nice list. Way to go. Thanks for checking, though. That's a good idea.
It is.
The key there, Bailey, is you've got 11 days to stay on that list. So, well, we want you to continue, of course, after Christmas, but you really got to be sure the next 11 days you stay good on that list, okay?
Yep. She asked, "Can I have a camera?" Love, Bailey.
Well,
Thank you, Bailey.
That's you know what? A camera in the hands of a child is an incredible way to see the world, because they see it a lot different than grown-ups do.
I've got a whole wall in the workshop just for those pictures.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, Bailey, I hope you get that camera, and I hope you take some pictures. And you know what? You can share them with us. You can bring them out here to the station or put them on our Facebook page, have your folks upload those, anything. If you do get a camera for Christmas, we'd love to see the pictures that you take. So thank you, Grayson, and thank you, Bailey, for your letters. And again, you can drop those letters off and get them in the North Pole Express mailbox, and we'll get those on the air with Santa Claus here on the Santa Claus Show. Now, Santa, a little while ago, you told us about a tradition that you've seen with the lanterns in different parts of the world. Do you have any others that you've seen in the world that you'd like to share with us as far as holiday traditions?
This is one of the more unusual ones.
Okay.
It's a 43-foot Yule goat that they build in the center of Gavle Castle Square in Sweden. In
Sweden they do this?
It's a Swedish Christmas tradition, and it also has brought on another tradition that we were talking about smells, and one of them that I don't consider a Christmas smell is burning hay, but another tradition that the Swedes have got started because of the goat is they try to burn it down too.
They do?
They do, and they've actually accomplished it 29 times since 1966.
Well, that's interesting. So they build this goat and then they try and burn it down.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds kind of fun. There's a tradition for you.
I would, as long as it's safe to do it, yes.
Let's go, burn the goat. Nothing says Christmas to me like, let's go burn the goat. Oh, my God. Hey, speaking of smells, you can't smell this because you're at the North Pole, but I've got this hot chocolate that I've been brewing here right now, and it's got marshmallows in it. So if you don't mind, pardon me 1 second. Oh, I love the hot chocolate.
North Pole has the best hot chocolate.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I mean, Santa's probably got the best of everything, especially the hot chocolate, I can imagine.
We have one elf. She has spent the last 400 years developing the recipe.
Oh, it's got to be good.
It is perfect.
It's got to be good. Well, Santa, we've got some more letters. I know we've got to get to those, and I do want to share a little bit here with some of our listeners about our Happy Holiday Helper campaign. We'll tell you more about that in just a minute. 242-1220. You want to talk holiday traditions with Santa Claus and me, Derek Chappell? Do so. That is our number, 242-1220 at KOFO in the Bob Allen Ford Studios. More of the Santa Claus Show after this.
It's a choice many of us will be faced with. What to do when a parent, a spouse, or another loved one can no longer take care of themselves. There is an answer. Morningstar Care Homes. With real homes in residential neighborhoods, Morningstar Care Homes provides professional, individualized care for seniors dealing with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, or other memory-related issues. Previously known as Comfort Care Homes, Morningstar will provide the same compassionate home-style care you've come to know and expect. Call 785-594-2603 or visit online at morningstarcarehomes.com.
Chad Bruner, Director of the Ottawa Recreation Commission.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission would like to thank all of our volunteers for their service and helping with the ORC. These individuals play an important role in everything we do here. The time and effort the volunteers put in help us achieve our goals. From all the ORC staff and board members, the ORC would like to recognize and say thank you to all the volunteers, both past and present, for their service. Thank you.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission, bringing recreation to life.
Hi, this is Bob Redeker, owner of Ponchos in downtown Ottawa. As you heard first here on KOFO, Ponchos is closing its doors on December 22nd so that we can return as Leon's in 2018. Until then, you can still enjoy all your favorites on the Ponchos menu. We want to thank you for your years of support, and we look forward to seeing you before our doors close in December and again when we reopen as Leon's in 2018. You can still dine in or carry out. Ponchos, serving you since 1982 at 429 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
El Sol Mexican Restaurant. Authentic Mexican dishes served right here in Ottawa. From appetizers to combination plates, specialty dishes to steak platters. And for los niños 12 and under, a fantastic kids menu. And don't forget their daily food and drink specials. El Sol Mexican Restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 11 till 9. Friday and Saturday, 11 till 10. And Sunday, 11 till 3. At 210 South Main Street, right here in Ottawa. Find them online at OttawaElSolMexicanRestaurant.com.
Huge selection, the biggest savings, and the best customer service after you buy your vehicle. That's Bob Allen Ford, and now we're here in Ottawa, Kansas. The purchase experience is easy. Shop from the comfort of your home at Bob Allen Ford Ottawa and BobAllenFord.com. Select the inventory you would like to see, and we'll do the rest. From new F-150s to Explorers, Escapes, and Fusions, we've got you covered. Don't forget the pre-owned selection of low-mileage, under-warranty cars and trucks from all manufacturers. All Fords are created equal. It's your dealer that makes the difference. The difference is Bob Allen Ford here in Ottawa.
Kansas State Bank has a lot to be thankful for this holiday season. One is celebrating 100 years of locally owned banking in their hometown community. As part of Kansas State Bank's appreciation, you're invited to enjoy their many holiday events throughout December. Stop in to pick up your KSB coupon gift, spin the KSB prize wheel, guess the amount of cash in the KSB vault, and even meet Santa. Kansas State Bank is indeed thankful this holiday season, and mostly thankful to be your hometown locally owned bank for 100 years. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
DIY Supply is your home base for home and farm improvement in Ottawa. You've been good to us, and we want to give that back to the community. Come in today and find out how to win a full-size Yeti cooler and support the Franklin County Cancer Foundation. This isn't a Fetty, a fake Yeti. It's a real Yeti and can be yours. While you're there, shop for the handymen or handy women on your Christmas list. DIY Supply at 2204 South Princeton Circle Drive in Ottawa. Very proud supporter of the Franklin County Cancer Foundation.
The holidays are a season of giving, but for some, it's not that easy. Circumstances can bring an unhappy holiday to many as they struggle to get by during a time of joy and fun for so many others.
If you're in need this holiday season, KOFO, Wise Guys Construction, and Advantage Electric want to extend a hand.
And we invite our advertisers and our KOFO listening family to do the same.
And be a happy holiday helper. Here's how.
If you need a helping hand, tell us your story. Send an email to KOFO@KOFO.com. Send a private message on our KOFO Facebook page, or drop off a letter at our station at 320 East Radio Road.
And tell us what you need help with this holiday season.
We'll accept your message through Friday, December the 15th.
Then, starting Monday, December 18th through Wednesday, December 20th, we'll choose one message to share during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
And ask our KOFO listening family to call in with donations of money or services.
Be listening on December 18th, and thank you for your spirit of giving as a happy holiday helper with KOFO.
Welcome back to the Santa Claus Show on KOFO. From the Bob Allen Ford Studios, I'm Derek Chappell. From the North Pole, it's Santa Claus.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Santa. He is on our special phone line, which we have between here and the North Pole. And, of course, it's a magic phone line. The reception's perfect. And, Santa, we appreciate your time. I know, like we said, we've got 11 days until you get ready to head out on the big trip.
And would like to remind the husbands, 11 days, gentlemen.
And that's straight from Santa Claus, guys. So listen close. Yes, you've only got 11 days. Don't wait till that last minute. You know, some people, and I know you've seen this, some people wait until Christmas Eve day to start their shopping. Now, personally, my stress meter, a little high by then. Okay, so I'm not going to start on Christmas Eve, but I can't fathom for those that do. If you start on Christmas Eve, call me right now, 242-1220. I want to know why, and I want to know how you pull it off, because I have no idea how that works.
I've heard of husbands who actually take their wife in hand and go to the store and point at something and say, "Do you want that?"
Well, it gets out of the wrapping part, but I can't even fathom waiting that late. I mean, I'm 11 days away, and I'm stressed right now because I haven't started my shopping. So we'll get around to that, okay? Oh, you know what? Let me back up one step here, because I got to tell you this. I am normally in my house the last person to wrap gifts. because of the last minute go out and buy, right? So I surprised my wife the other night when she came home. I had a gift wrapped under the tree already. It's our first gift under the tree, and I pulled it off this year.
Oh, very good, Derek.
And you know why I did that?
Good.
Because I got in the spirit by listening to the Santa Claus show and talking to you, St. Nick, at the North Pole. So I have the distinction this year in my house of having the first gift under the tree. Of course, she already guessed what it is. But anyway, she thinks, actually, you know what? She thinks she knows what it is, but I put it in a box that she thinks she would know what that box is. She has no idea. She thinks she knows. She has no idea. So not only did I pull off the first gift, I put a little switcheroo, and we'll see on Christmas Day if she's surprised or not.
Something we do in the workshop is we'll throw a couple marbles in the box with the present.
I thought that might have been...
Kids that like to rattle the presents, they'll have something to hear anyhow.
You know what else? I've also... heard this, people that, or kids, I guess, that have done this, they can actually unwrap the present so well to see what's in it and then rewrap it.
I have seen that.
Now, the problem with that is, Christmas morning, you're not surprised.
Yes.
You already know what it is. So I think kids do that once and then realize that's not as fun.
Yeah.
The fun is wondering what's in the box.
The ones where the parents hide the presents up in the closet so they can't do that, and of course the kids...
Oh, yeah.
Go through the house.
They know the hiding places,
yes,
right?
Yes, they do.
Hey, Santa, real quick, before we get to a couple more letters, I do want to share one thing here, and it's something that we are very fond of here at KOFO that we started last year. It's kind of a heartwarming thing that it makes us feel good by giving, and we want to give others the opportunity to do the same. A lot of people adopt a family at the holidays to help out, with a family that may need this or a family that may need that. Well, we are turning things over to our KOFO listening family to help out with our Happy Holiday Helper campaign. You may have heard it, a few of our promos here on the air in the last few days, but I want to be sure everybody understands how this works. The Happy Holiday Helper is if people need a hand this holiday, families may need, maybe they're behind on a couple of bills and they're not going to be able to, they have to decide, do I pay the bills or do I do Christmas with the kids? Or we don't have enough for a big family meal, or the car needs a repair and it's going to impair our Christmas this year. So what we want to do at KOFO is help. And last year we started this campaign to where we ask you to write in if you need help or know of a family that needs help. Write in and tell us. You can do it. Send us an email at KOFO@KOFO.com. You can send us a private message on our KOFO Radio Facebook page, or you can drop the letter off here at our studios at 320 East Radio Road. Tell us your story. Tell us what you need help with, why you need the help, what's going on. And what we do is we're going to pick 3. This is the hardest part. We have to pick 3 out of all the letters that come in. But we'll pick 3 over the weekend, this weekend coming up. And starting Monday morning on the Brad Howard Early Morning Show, we will read a letter a day. And Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And then what we'll do is we will hear those needs and we will share that with our listening audience and with our advertisers. And then we'll turn it over to our KOFO listening family to adopt this family. We're talking about cash donations, perhaps food, gift cards. We've had people go out and just buy presents for the kids. They know the ages. We've had people bring things that they may have had at their home that they no longer need, that they know this family needs, and they've brought those into us. Last year, we actually had someone donate a car to a family that needed a car. So, again, this is something that it's our Christmas community service, if you will, to our community, and so many great people in this community and so many that need help. And it's a way that we have our listening audience and our advertisers help out. So that's starting on Monday. If you want to help and donate and help these families, be listening on Monday. And if you know a family in need or are yourself, write us that letter, message us on Facebook, send us that email. We want to know about it, and we want to help you out. So, Santa, that's kind of what we're doing down here in East Central Kansas. I know you're doing your thing at the North Pole, but that's what we do down here to try and help out the families in need.
And it warms my heart to hear it.
It's a great thing, and like I said before, we've had people just show up at our station and walk in with a $100 bill, and they'll hand it to somebody at the staff, and they won't even leave their name. They'll just say, here, give it to that family you're helping out today on the air. And I tell you, it puts a lump in your throat. It's a great thing, and again, we thank everybody in advance. We'll start that on Monday on the Happy Holiday Helper here on KOFO. Santa, you got some letters? Let's go ahead and switch gears a little bit and read a couple more letters.
I do have some wonderful letters here. One of them is from Madison. It says, Dear Santa Claus, I love you. Well, I love you too, Madison. Thank you. You are the best. I would like a Kids Buzz, please. That is an educational toy.
That's a great one.
It is a very good one, and thank you. I would like a stuffed kitten Can I please have a big Beanie Baby as well? It says Love Madison. She also drew me some pictures here. One of them is a flower with hearts in it. And it's just beautiful.
I wish I could see that. I wish I could see those pictures. I'm sure they're fantastic and all colored, and you put them up on your fridge there at the North Pole. That's got to be great.
Yep.
Do you have another one?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, Madison, by the way, for writing in.
Yes, thank you, Madison. This is from Bryce. It says, Dear Santa, I want to have roller skates. I want a remote control car. What kind of remote control car, though?
I love remote control cars. I guess it's up to you.
It is.
But I love remote control cars. Those are so much fun.
I like the ones that'll bump into the wall and flip over. And
those are the ones I need because I'm really bad at games like that. So if it's a video game or something or a controller, I lose or I run into the wall. So I need those kind.
And roller skates. Sometimes we have so many different varieties of roller skates as well. We have those inline roller blades, and those are a lot of fun. I tried those last year.
Oh, did you really? There at the North Pole you did?
Yes, I did.
How'd that go for you?
Not well.
To me, it's the same as skates, like on ice. I can't even stand on skates, so I don't think I could do rollerblades.
But ice skates I can do. I ice skate.
Well, you have plenty of ice, and you've got the North Pole, so if you don't know how to skate, we're in big trouble.
But for some reason, the roller skates were different. So anybody can do those. I am very proud of you. Anyhow, that is from Bryce. He says, love Bryce. Thank you, Bryce, for writing in.
Bryce, that's a great letter. Thank you very much. And I haven't heard anybody ask for roller skates in a while. That's a great thing. Great thing to ask for. So kind of old school there, and I like that method.
So what was...
like that a lot.
What was the most unusual present that you've heard, or request that you've heard of?
That we've heard of so far?
Yeah.
Well, we had somebody wanted a monkey.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted a monkey the other night. That's a new one.
I heard an alligator once.
An alligator?
Yes.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, that was one of those that I had to make a decision.
Carry that one in the bag on the old sleigh there, Santa. That'd be a little tricky now, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Yeah,
yes,
monkeys. Not. I think animals are probably the strangest.
Yeah, what we do on the 24th before Christmas is we have a parade. Is what we do.
Really?
Yes, and it's just beautiful. We display all the presents and the packages that are wrapped nicely, but we actually use it for a special purpose as well. We get to do a final inspection.
Oh, that's great. Well, of course you would.
We do a final inspection, and that transports everything to the sleigh, and we get everything loaded on the sleigh that evening.
From the parade.
Yeah,
that's got to be a fun festive time.
And what we do, one of the funnest things that we do is the elves try to herd kittens. Try to get them all to go to the sleigh, and that's a lot of fun to watch.
That would be fun, especially with the alligators and the monkeys trying to get there too, right?
Yep. And then we have the puppy and pony parade right behind that. We get all the animals fed, and then we load them up on the sleigh.
That sounds fun.
And it is a lot of fun.
And fun to see. I tell you what, get a mental picture of that as we take our last break on the Santa Claus Show tonight. Herding those cats as they head to the sleigh. You're listening to the Santa Claus Show on KOFO.
Here's your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast.
A home comfort evaluation is just a phone call away, 785-242-9273, to make sure your home stays comfortable all year long. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast from the Bob Allen Ford Weather Center. Tonight, partly clear and a low of 27. Tomorrow, overcast and 41. Tomorrow night, continued overcast and a low of 26. And on Friday, sunny skies, high of 46. Friday night, clear and 31. Saturday looks good during the day, sunny and a high of 56 on Saturday. And then Saturday night rolls in with a 40% chance of showers before 1 o'clock Sunday morning. Then a chance of snow. That's right, he said snow. Overcast and a low of 31. Sunday, 20% chance of showers and snow before 9 in the morning, then a little bit more of a slight chance between 9 and noon. Then it warms up to partly sunny skies and a high of 47 on Sunday. So a little bit of a wintry mix may be coming our way this weekend, and by Monday, it goes away. Sunny on Monday and a high of 53. That's a look at your exclusive Weather Center forecast from KOFO.
Huge selection, the biggest savings, and the best customer service after you buy your vehicle. That's Bob Allen Ford, and now we're here in Ottawa, Kansas. The purchase experience is easy. Shop from the comfort of your home at Bob Allen Ford Ottawa and BobAllenFord.com. Select the inventory you would like to see, and we'll do the rest. From new F-150s to Explorers, Escapes, and Fusions, we've got you covered. Don't forget the pre-owned selection of low-mileage, under-warranty cars and trucks from all manufacturers. All Fords are created equal. It's your dealer that makes the difference. The difference is Bob Allen Ford here in Ottawa.
El Sol Mexican Restaurant. Authentic Mexican dishes served right here in Ottawa. From appetizers to combination plates, specialty dishes to steak platters. And for Los Niños 12 and under, a fantastic kids menu. And don't forget their daily food and drink specials. El Sol Mexican Restaurant, open Monday through Thursday, 11 till 9. Friday and Saturday, 11 till 10. And Sunday, 11 till 3. At 210 South Main Street, right here in Ottawa. Find them online at OttawaElSolMexicanRestaurant.com.
DIY Supply is your home base for home and farm improvement in Ottawa. You've been good to us, and we want to give that back to the community. Come in today and find out how to win a full-size Yeti cooler and support the Franklin County Cancer Foundation. This isn't a Fetty, a fake Yeti. It's a real Yeti and can be yours. While you're there, shop for the handymen or handy women on your Christmas list. DIY Supply at 2204 South Princeton Circle Drive in Ottawa. Very proud supporter of the Franklin County Cancer Foundation.
Our goal at Leighton Real Estate is not to be the biggest real estate firm. Our goal is to be the best for you. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a move-up buyer, an investor, or maybe downsizing, you'll want Leighton Real Estate's experience and knowledge with you every step of the way. Your satisfaction is our top priority. Leighton Real Estate, serving families in eastern central Kansas for the last 50 years. Call 785-883-2379. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or visit LeightonRE.com.
The holidays are a season of giving, but for some, it's not that easy. Circumstances can bring an unhappy holiday to many as they struggle to get by during a time of joy and fun for so many others.
If you're in need this holiday season, KOFO, Wise Guys Construction, and Advantage Electric want to extend a hand.
And we invite our advertisers and our KOFO listening family to do the same.
And be a happy holiday helper. Here's how.
If you need a helping hand, tell us your story. Send an email to KOFO@KOFO.com. Send a private message on our KOFO Facebook page, or drop off a letter at our station at 320 East Radio Road.
And tell us what you need help with this holiday season.
We'll accept your message through Friday, December the 15th.
Then, starting Monday, December 18th through Wednesday, December 20th, we'll choose one message to share during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
And ask our KOFO listening family to call in with donations of money or services.
Be listening on December 18th, and thank you for your spirit of giving as a happy holiday helper with KOFO.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Santa. It is the Santa Claus Show on KOFO. We've got about a minute left here, Santa. You have another letter we want to try and get in tonight before we go?
I do. I have a letter from Madeline. She says, Dear Santa Claus, will you please bring me a phone, an iPad case, or a camera? And then she drew me some beautiful pictures, a heart with stars and a smiley face on it. Thank you, Madeline, for writing in. And I'll see what I can do for you.
Well, thank you, Madeline, for that letter. And thank you to all the kids who've written in. And thank you, Santa, for sharing those letters tonight. We need more for tomorrow, I'm sure. And they'll hit Santa's mailbag if you take them to the North Pole Express mailboxes at Kansas State Bank, Bob Allen Ford, Morningstar Care Homes, Ottawa Recreation Commission, DIY Supply, Pizza Time, Sears, Leighton Real Estate in Wellsville, High Tech Relief Center, El Sol Mexican Restaurant, and Liberty Pawn and Gold. Santa, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with you.
Thank you, Derek. Ho, ho, ho.
With another edition of the Santa Claus Show. And thank you for joining in. And you can listen to the Santa Claus Show on KOFO again tomorrow night and twice next week. Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening and get those gifts bought and wrapped.
You've been listening to The Santa Claus Show. Tune in to KOFO 103.7 FM and 1220 AM on select nights at 6 from now until Christmas Eve. Check the KOFO Facebook page to find out which nights host Derek Chappell will be talking to the man in the big red suit. The Santa Claus Show was brought to you today by title sponsor Kansas State Bank and in part by DIY, Bob Allen Ford, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Morningstar Care Homes, Pizza Time, Sears Hometown Store, Leighton Real Estate, Liberty Pawn and Gold, High Tech Relief Center, and El Sol Mexican Restaurant. Drop your letters off at any of those locations and tune in next time as Santa reviews your letters. From everyone at KOFO, we wish you a joyous holiday season.
Information and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Linda Lopez. Protests in Congress today targeting Republican lawmakers over the GOP tax plan. Protesters are concerned the plan mostly benefits the rich.
To help the wealthy, it lowers the top individual tax rate from 39% down to 37%. But what about the deficit? It's still unclear how much this will ultimately cost.